Hi, I'm Perry Raso from Matunuck Oyster Bar and Matunuck Oyster Farm. Today on Small Bites, we're going to learn how to shuck oysters. To open the oyster, you need a shucking knife. It's always best to use a shucking knife with the Matunuck Oyster Bar logo on it, but this here is a New Haven style oyster knife. There's all kinds of different styles of oyster knives, but it's really a rigid blade, which is important when you're opening the oyster. So an oyster has four parts. You have the posterior and the anterior shell. The anterior is the flat shell and the posterior is the rounded shell. And there's a dorsal and ventral side of the oyster. So to shuck the oyster, you get the point of the knife and you put it into the dorsal side, also known as the hinge or umbo. It's the oldest side of the oldest part of the oyster. The oyster grows up like this, and so you can see the concentric rings, the growth rings. And sometimes it's safer to put a towel over it while you're shucking it, and if you get the knife right in there and use that in and up motion, you get it to pop just a little bit. And as soon as you get it to pop, you want to slide the knife up 2/3 up the oyster to the right is where that adductor muscle is, and you want to kind of scrape that adductor muscle off the shell. And what you'll see here is you see the adductor muscle scar right there. That's where the adductor muscle was attached. We just cut it off, and now it's still attached here. There's the gills there. It's still attached to the posterior shell, so you want to scrape that adductor muscle off that posterior shell. Make sure it's nice and loose in the shell this way. And that's how you shuck an oyster.